Iain White, you are one of, if not the best estate agency consultant. You tend to work for the bigger agents in the UK. What do you do? I want a 2 or 3 minute promo, out and out, telling me and the world what you can do for estate agents. Talk to me.
In very, very simple terms, I mean, firstly, I do work with lots of one and two office businesses, boutique businesses, which I enjoy just as much as working with the multi-million pound turnovers. And in many ways, it's actually more enjoyable because these guys are on a really accelerated journey. But in very simple terms, I get to understand exactly what type of business that they want, exactly where their aspirations are, and create a process to help them stay rigidly and relentlessly on the path to that goal.
And what qualifies you to tell people what to do?
I don't tell people what to do. I honestly don't.
Or suggest what to do?
I work with them to find a path that is the right thing to do. What qualifies me? I'd like to think I've been successful in my own career. Certainly at Romans, we built what I think is, I would do, I'm biased, but at the time I would say it's probably the best estate agency outside of the city, and some would say full stop. We had great profit margins, we had low turnover of staff, we had a brilliant culture. And of course, some of the things that we did are still valid today. But, you know, some people do ask me, can you just turn us into Romans? And the answer is always, absolutely not. The time's changed. Do you really want to be Romans? Because if you knew the sweat, tears, hard work that went into that, it's not something that was created in a, it wasn't a process that created it. It was, it was going home. I've got 2 older kids and 2 younger kids. I didn't know my 2 older kids until they were 15. I genuinely can say that until they'd left school and I'd come away from having to work every day of the week, I didn't know them.
How did that affect you?
With the 2 younger children, it's affected me hugely because I've been determined to be at every single event. But if I was also now writing down what business I would want and what my career would be, it would have been with maybe less financial success, but more time success.
Because you are a marmite sort of guy, aren't you? People either love or don't love you.
I have no idea. You'd have to ask them that, really. I presume so because
you speak your mind, if you don't mind. If you don't mind me saying, that is a compliment, by the way.
I certainly speak my mind because the alternative is to lie. Which may save some snowflakes from themselves, but it isn't the right advice, is it? So I may be Marmite, yes. I would certainly understand if people found me a little bit brash because that is my style. I don't see the point in beating around the bush. And I don't see the point in taking 100
And what
words.
motivates you? What gets you out of bed? Because let's be frank, you had a decent payoff from Romans and. You've got some nice cars. You could probably give up working now. What motivates you? What gets you out of bed so you go and help these agents?
I still enjoy it. I still genuinely enjoy it. I enjoy people that want help. I love coaching. I in my spare time I coach football. I like being able to improve people's mindsets. I like being able to improve people's lifestyles and results. It's quite rewarding. Obviously now I work when I want, for who I want, rather than.
If people come to you but you feel they're not a match for you, you'll turn them away, will you?
Turn them away strong. Yes. I mean, I might give them some advice, or I might put them in touch with other people that I know have some resource or capability to be able to help them. But yes, I would.
Okay, but so what exactly can you do? You basically go in, give the business an MOT, sort the boss out, sort the team out, and basically put them in the right direction.
Yes, in many ways. I mean, but the first thing is to find out exactly what they want, because it often isn't what they think they want after a detailed conversation with them.
But what motivates you to do this?
Well, getting paid's not a disadvantage. I'd be lying if I said it was. But I like the people. I like the people I work. So some of the people I've worked with now for 4, 5, 6 years in the consultancy capacity have become friends. More than a sort of, it almost doesn't feel like a work relationship. It doesn't feel like I'm going to work. It feels like I'm going to see a group of people that I enjoy being with.
And what's the future for Iain White going forward?
More of the same, as far as I can see. I'm interested in how technology can help great people deliver good service. I think more of my time will be spent in that space. I wish to continue to work with
Because not only do you work for estate agents, I know you work for a few prop tech firms. I don't need to mention any names, guiding and supporting them, which is, I think, priceless. Because so many prop tech firms don't get estate agency, do they?
No, some people have got problems. They're solving problems that don't exist. Other people haven't understood the real problem, and therefore they're missing the mark. And of course, there are the prop tech solutions out there that are solving real problems. But what I like about prop tech, and the bit that intrigues me, is that every piece of prop tech I've seen that solves a real problem actually can create another problem. Take email at its basic. Email is not a solution we could live without. We can't say it was a bad invention, but it has created phone laziness, which is a pariah for the industry right now. You know, people just not getting on the phone and building relationships. And there's lots of other elements of marketing that creates leads to such an extent that prospecting becomes a lost art. And there are platforms out there, social media and email marketing platforms, that create leads on such a high volume that the risk is, the unintended consequences is that we further lose the skill of actually being salespeople. And for all said and done, yes, it's a service industry, but it needs to have sales at its core. We still have to persuade the person to use our services at a given fee over and above that of the other choices. So I still see it as very much a sales industry.
Well, Ian, if there's not many people I look up to in this industry, but you are certainly one of them. And I wish you well in the future, and I look forward to interviewing you with some more topics in a minute. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.